is sharing one another. Because you want to do the perfect run.
When you're at the top, you're at the higher. You're at the high frequency. When you're at the top, you look down at everybody. You can see how everyone acts. So it's like, you want to act like them? Mm-hmm. If not, help them. Because that's not what they're doing. They're not helping nobody. Stop being like them and not wanting to help nobody. Be different and help them so they can help others.
We're live.
Mm-hmm. This is recording, but not live.
Oh, what's she? Keep a second. Man, knowing this now is great. It's great because I don't care. Like Gemini said, I don't care in general. Third dimensional self, but one thing that we do know is that we're one of the pilots for this fucking perfect run. You know, one of does not mean that I'm in charge of everybody else. No, I'm one of the people who's gonna hold the biggest charges.
We in the first 5 rows.
Because we came from that. We just tell who we are. That's the only difference. You know? Because we a cleanup crew.
We're the cleanup crew.
We here for golden age.
We're gonna clean up y'all messes.
Here to reinvent how it's supposed to be. The problem is, since this game is supposed to be as ignorant and stupid, I now get why people like Malcolm and stuff got killed. Because they're supposed to be, once they get killed, we're supposed to be, where the fuck happened to them? What's the mystery? But no one knows about these people. Because no one cares about black history or black people. Because there is no black people.
There's the black dirty Moors. Black conquistadors.
Yeah, so everything is everything you have to learn. The only way to beat the game and everything else is you gotta lose the ignorance. So that's why I do research. I throw my third dimensional self in the books. I don't give a fuck if you don't want to. Mm-hmm. Or I learn. And honestly, my third dimensional self wants to learn because that's why I chose to be the Gemini.
Every human wants to learn because if you don't want to learn, you wouldn't do nothing.
Yeah. The only difference is I'm the Gemini that can learn See, Geminis as air signs, we're supposed to learn and know all. But the problem is, I told you, the Gemini, we know both sides. The deepest of deepest. And I keep trying to tell people this, no, the deepest of deepest between the idea of good and bad. Because we're that experiment that agreed to be both sides of saying the good and bad. And had that constant battle in one body. Mm-hmm. So, with that, the problem is the intellect, because we know from knowledge. So with knowledge, we know if freedom of knowledge, you beat the game. Meaning that you go to the next step. If you stay ignorant, you could use that step to get yourself higher to the perfect run. And that is what the correlation between the Geminis are. Because the perfect run, sometimes that perfect Gemini was so good-hearted, has to be corrupted. How are you going to be corrupted? He's so good. Okay, we have to kill one of his people. Oh, he's about to fuck shit up now. You know? That's part of the whole game. Like, it has to be done. But it depends on the Gemini to how to decide that. Or he could use, like another situation, he could use the knowledge to help people. And him as knowing all this knowledge can help wake up others to get an easier group of people for the perfect run together. Because that's the collective thought anyway.
Whether or not you understand what he's saying, whether or not you agree with what he's saying, at the end of the day, you have to process and analyze how that makes you feel. Mm-hmm. And go about your life. What he said doesn't have to affect you in a negative way. And if it does, if you feel like it's affecting you in any type of way, that's your problem that you have to fix and find a solution to.
Exactly.
Everything in your life is just energy exchange. So when someone talks to you, you're exchanging energy. So you're downloading information whether you want to or not. Okay? You're learning new things whether you want to or not. How you feel about these new things you're learning, that's not no one's business but yours. Page of Pentacles, reverse. You got this thing. What are you going to do with this thing?
Now, the one thing we gotta work on, like I said, is hear your higher self. For real, for real.
Listen to it.
Listen to it because your higher self guides you for real, for real. That's one. I don't care if you don't understand it now because you're not going to understand it. But there will be a time you understand it. So that's the main point. Share the message.
Mm-hmm.
But other than your higher self, you guys got to do research. Research is the only way to break every problem you have right now. It's all usurper. Every problem you have is because they not only the programming, but because you didn't do the individual work for the perfect run as this small, untouched, crystal-like goddess, you know. But that's been born in the third dimension. Because you was a thought first. You had to be winning and manifesting all that fight in the fourth, you know, where the two beings from the third was able to open a portal at the exact time and moment for you to pop out. So for that to happen, you have to go ahead and understand that. Stop letting distractions make you feel like you can't catch up. As they say, like, you can't catch up with the Jones and shit, or keep up with the Jones. That's a real term. The Jones is just the system. You would never catch up to the system. It don't matter how much credit you got. I don't give a fuck. They give you a new deal today as a rapper. I don't care if anything they do, you're never gonna catch up. So stop paying rent. Stop doing all these things. And I get it. Oh, y'all just saying it because I'm scared. I don't want to lose my place. I don't want to be cool.
Why
give me a good solution. I'll give you a good solution. The truth. And that's it. Truth. Do you want to know the truth? Do you want to know the real truth of life and everything else? Then go ahead. And I'm telling you, the biggest truth is one of them is research. Research, because everything I told you has been lied and done to us. But we hear and know it, but no one wants to do the research.
How you supposed to know if something's true or not if you don't go and ask if it's true or not? Or see for yourself.
And I'm serious, because, for instance, you guys go argue about why am I poor. Look up why the fuck does we have to get money in the first place.
And you're poor because poor is just a mentality. If you think you're poor, you will always think you're poor.
Who made up poor? Who made up rich? That's all you had to know. Okay.
That's just words. They don't define you.
Not even, like, no, because, like, people have to stay on this.
I know.
So it's like, you have to ask yourself that question. Who made up poor and rich? Well, you know, I heard about kings and shit. Okay, so what were they doing? Okay, they had some land and some people, and the kings were in there. And during the kings were in there, they had something called gold and other kind of commodities and things of something of value that show rulership, right? Okay, so at that same ideology, right, what created from that? And if you're stuck at that moment, you off rip or not doing your research. It just gets higher and higher. That's part of this matrix. The one thing you have to break out and know is that you're in the matrix. When you know you're in the matrix, you're finally free. You finally go to the perfect run. The only reason that you feel like you're not in the matrix is because you don't want to question reality. You don't want to question yourself if you're a programmer or not. But the difference is the programming is just the script to write about you. Like the Cosby record and stuff. That's it. It's not like you think of it like computers and shit. Because this is like a computer ideally. But it's more of how can we get that perfect run as this person to get to that level, or help get to that level with the others, you know? And see, the way I'm saying it is, I get how y'all thinking. Y'all thinking of it like, oh, he just want me to be a higher me. Yeah, but it's not to say be a higher you. I'm saying you need to be a higher version of you, so we pull you with the collective higher versions of everybody, so we can pull the collection to know that we're all trying to get the perfect run, because nothing here is real. Everything has to be scripted for us to fail.
There's only 5% of people who are woke. Mm-hmm. The rest of y'all are brainwashed. And if you are like, I'm not brainwashed, you're brainwashed. Because when you're the 5%, you know you were brainwashed. You know the patterns. You see the patterns in your everyday life. You know what you do every time you do it. So you can't sit here and lie to yourself. You're like, you have to sit down and be like, dang, why am I doing this repetitively? Like, it's part of my programming. Like, I have to do this. Why do I have to do this? When in reality, natural law says you don't have to do it if you don't want to.
The hardest thing about the third dimension is that when you get here,
it's a lot of understanding. And understanding takes a lot of energy. You guys are lazy.
You have to get here and not be touched with distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Distractions, and I mean real distractions, like politics, anything that's on the internet, anything. I don't give a fuck if it's a cookbook for you to know how to cook next. No, it's a distraction.
This is a good distraction. This is helping you.
There's good distractions because they know you're going to be distracted. So for you to be distracted, at least with good distractions, can hit you back on the right track for the main goal. Because the whole point is to keep you brainless and mindless and washed anyway.
Because when you are on
y'all don't know the truth. I'm sorry, I've been saying, like, you guys don't know the truth of the past, or you guys worry about a future of basing off something that you're in the now, of not knowing the now. So it's like you're more or less thinking, how am I going to get rich in like 50 years when the whole time the golden age not around the corner? But even if you don't believe in the golden age, your ideology of getting that 50 years is based off of shit that you was already still having to worry about that fucking FRN. And FRN is not even going to last 50 years. Because they already know when they have to be out and in. So now the next currency is the fucking drop of blood or some shit. Because now you all are green from Inky, being Inky bloodline, whatever the case may be.
No bloodline.
Or like, you guys agree to just say, fuck it. I don't want to be part of the true collective consciousness of the run. I'd rather just be an idiot and be part of the subjugation of holding myself hostage and hoping someone to save me. Because I know at the end of the day, my main point and goal is that we're here to wake y'all up.
In other words,
masses, man.
In other words, for y'all who's still chasing money and chasing this money energy to be rich, if you're chasing to be rich, you really don't know what it's like to be rich, because being rich is a mindset as well and a feeling you feel. So, but what I'm saying with that, in other words, they took it from me. It's gonna come back. What was you saying before I said that?
I was talking about how you guys need to do better.
Right, so y'all chasing fiat money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the blood drop thing. In other words, you're saying, here guys, I don't want my power no more. Continue to use my own power on me. That's what you're agreeing to. You want to be a slave. That's what you're agreeing to. In other words.
Anything else that's not the third dimension, and anything you see built, whether it be a city, a house, a car, is literally nothing. And I get why they say it's nothing, because everything's based off of the stacks and atoms anyway. So you don't care that. Your ideology, you don't know true value of it because you don't know you're in a game. That's the best value, because when you understand that, you really get how the true value of the goal of this world now. Because I told you, they make it feel like fucking shit. But y'all are the reason why it makes it more like shit. How I am. I can tell you why in the lies they say. But the problem is, when niggas tell you what the lies they say, they're called conspiracy theorists and liars. And y'all don't open your fucking ears.
Y'all don't even know what conspiracy means.
Y'all say whatever. Who cares? What could we do? That's the point. And I get it, because now it makes us
You can do a lot.
Oh, these two people just saying that shit that's on the couch. Nah, it's not just saying that it's on the couch. It's literally the mindset of, it's kind of like saying, I had to hype y'all up free willingly without putting enough influence to make y'all do it. To work with the mass.
We could entertain you, make this into a song, but are you really gonna get the message? That's the whole point.
You think everyone wants? You think cops just want to arrest people? No, every one of them do it because it's a job. Whatever ego they wanted to sign to put that bullshit, fine. Because the ego didn't learn yet, but it's a job. They want to do it for FRN. You know, like that's the point I'm trying to tell you. Because a real officer, real police, real people going die in the street, they don't need no goddamn badge to do that. They don't need no damn people would round up, get their shit, and say, okay, we're going to build this. Say, you post it here, make sure the community's good. Boom, you post it here, make sure the community's good. And then that's when, the people that's really doing that shit and doing it right, the system comes in to sweep it out. Because alert, they're getting smart. They're going for the perfect run. We got to stop them. We got to stop them because that's our job as the system.
And you throw out all these distractions. School shootings, crashes, missing kids.
And that's why I always wanted to overthrow the system, even as a kid. But then they always make it seem like vigilantism and all that shit is like evil. That shit is the way it's supposed to show you, cause that's true freedom.
When you fight the villains to save your city, check out how it resonates.
Hell yeah.
I'm all for destroying the negative. I'm all for not being part of that. Excuse my chomping. But it's true.
We was winning, and I get it now. Any war we was in, we was whooping niggas' ass who was evil. But the only war that's the toughest war is the brain war.
The spiritual warfare.
But that spiritual warfare is really the brain war. Meaning that the knowledge, because I told you, source is intellect.
It's a mental game.
The third war is the mental understanding of you're going to be spiritually attacked without your... Pretty much, they're going to use the energy and spirit against you that you don't have no knowledge of because you don't know what the truth is and what's not the truth, and you don't care to see. And because you agree to not care to see, that's the real terms and conditions that agree contract. Other than these other fucking phones and shit. Fuck all them. This is the realest one. It's saying don't look up anything that we're doing in this universe. Don't look at the truth. Don't look at the past. Don't look up yourself. Nothing. And you will go ahead and agree to that shit. And this is what happens. Y'all wondering why the fuck life sucks. That's the point. You gonna say something?
No, I was just thinking about Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. And it's like M could also mean mental warfare. You know?
Yeah. It's Call of Duty. Like we were saying, we were joking about that shit. Yo, like, if you play Call of Duty, your cells is your soldiers. Right? But every time you play, you have a game, you went negative KD and shit. That's the cells that died, and you're like, damn, like, so like if you went like 10 and 30, you did terrible. Right? And say that you played domination or some shit. Oh man, I died 30 times. But I got 10 kills. So I killed 10 enemies. That's all that's saying for your cell is the saying that I died more times than had to be repopulated. So there had to be some kind of sufficiency to put there for me because I wasn't there. You know what I mean? In a negative. It puts you in a negative. You get what I mean?
I didn't really hear what you were saying. I was in the car too. We had this conversation.
Oh.
So.
But I thought you had agreed, but you know what I mean? Like you're a cell that regenerates, and from regeneration, yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
We already had this conversation, so I really want to be engaged because this information already got processed by me.
Mm-hmm.
It's their turn now. But, yeah, guys, just like with games in general, you don't only live once in that game, just like in real life, because you never die. We have multiple lives to use, but how are you going to use it in this life? That's a question. And before you die, how are you going to live your life? How are you going to use your ability to create whatever you want in your life, to create happiness or sadness? It's all up to you. Everything you do is all up to you. You agree to let other people control your life, that's the decision you made. But if you do not agree to that, and you were tricked into signing the agreement, then you can always take yourself out. Just like you got yourself in, there's always a way out.
God, like I mastered this shit. Now my other side coming out. See, that's part I'm telling
because you get aggravated.
I'm getting aggravated. And I know it. And my higher self and everything else is like, oh, here he goes. Here he goes. I see him, ready to switch over. Told you guys. I know the fuck. I'll burn this whole fucking place down, and I have way worse than this fucking Instagram shit. I'll be way more evil than these niggas in the Lil. I promise you that. As a Gemini, I have every vision to make that shit possibility.
To make peace in the world.
But I want fucking peace. And the only way for us to get fucking peace is y'all need to be yelled at and be snapped out. Because that's the only thing y'all listen to is fucking negativity. Because you've been programmed from negativity.
To be drawn to.
So I don't care if you take this the wrong way. The main point is to reach out the main goal. Simple as that. I'm tired of acting like everyone's fucking 10 years old, worried about relationship problems like that, but y'all going to the club doing the same nonsense. Like stop. It's the same shit we all complain about, but y'all do it to yourselves. Point blank. If you want to know the truth, go research the truth or question us and say, I guarantee to see if we're wrong what the fuck we have to say. Point blank.
Yep. And what was I going to add to that?
Now, man. Emotions everywhere now.
Now, what was I going to say? That's what I was going to say. You guys could sit here and be hurt. Because, again, I don't care about your feelings. He don't care about your feelings. We care about each other's feelings, which is why we're growing together. While you guys are bringing each other down. Okay? You guys have to understand. Where was I going with this? You guys have to understand, we're not, like, coming at anybody because we're not coming at you maliciously.
Fuck you.
That's his ego. That's his other side of the Gemini. I know it. So, that's what y'all get. Y'all got him hyped up. He's hyped up. Anyways, I am telling you guys, because I know when I be talking, it be sounding like I be having attitudes everywhere. I know some people don't like the way I talk. It don't matter. At the end of the day, we're trying to wake you up. We're trying to help you, no matter how you view it. No matter how you feel about how it's being projected to you. It doesn't matter. If you feel triggered, then we're talking to you. So do something about it. If you're someone who doesn't care because you know you're fixing yourself, you're not going to be bothered by this energy exchange. I
only yell at two people. My enemies and the people I care about. Point blank. So you got one of them. And my enemies are the people who are against the run and the people who are for the run and need help. Those are the ones that I'm going to fight for.
Are you righteous or do you do wrong?
That's it. And then that's the energy I'm giving you. So if you your enemy, fuck you. If you one of my people, fuck you.
Because at the end of the day...
Because you're going to be, I'm telling you in a sense, like, bro, we got to get together.
At the end of the day, we're righteous. No matter how it's being put out.
Like, move that observer over because I'm ready. I've been ready for this run. Like, like Enki and all these, and Dolph and all these people did what? For what? We didn't have to be here. This is the reason why it's like soul purity. The human body, the human ideology, us. Even the evolvement, like the evolution of it.
Every time humans got wiped out, there's always a story about humans getting wiped out.
Damn, like a whole flood.
Excuse me. But at the end of the day, humans survived when they weren't supposed to survive. Meaning we had a second chance to be great. Are you living a great life? Are you living in a great world? Yes, the world itself is amazing. The people on this world are not acting amazing. You guys are acting like a child with no imagination. And that is something. The ones who get it, get it. And it's very, very upsetting to see other versions of me act like they don't mean shit to themselves. Like, stop acting like you don't mean shit to nobody, because when you feel like you don't mean shit to nobody, you will literally mean shit to nobody, not even yourself, because that's all you see around you is other versions of yourself.
I came from one as this Gemini, Mercury, Thoth, Warrior, Moo, nigga. All right, Moo for Earth. I'm the guardian for Earth, for all parasites. You either an enemy or you people need help. That's what I'm saying. Say we are jumping too far ahead. Say we are just being ignorant. Question why us we saying that. What are we saying that's wrong? We could tell you all information that's true today, and you could look it up and find out it's true, and you still wouldn't change your life for it.
You guys, we would tell you 99 facts, and you only pick out the one thing we said that sounded like a belief.
The most that you want.
Like a belief.
And you use that only one, but still stay in the matrix. You won't break yourself free. Wait, we don't need FRN? Oh, wait, there is no God? Everything else will understand more.
We are the gods?
Yeah. Like, common sense. Oh, but you know why? Because you don't want to be terminated. You don't want to be out the race. Point blank. Y'all don't want to be out the run.
You don't want to believe that you really have
You don't want the
power.
perfect race or perfect ideology. You don't want that. You don't. I don't give a damn what it is. You think you do. You don't.
Judgment time is coming for everybody. So y'all better think wise for real, because a lot of y'all about to be exited out of this game anyways. Unplug.
Seriously. Like at least research enough to where, because every cycle, whatever the cycle is, has already been decided.
You can always right your wrongs, but
so if you're in a cycle, that means that first cycle you can't control, and that's Mother Nature. That's the point. So you can't control Mother Nature. You can't control when she say, nope, bounce, you're not part of my family. You're not part of the run no more. Because the second one you can control. That's your cycle. That's your, well, I say the third cycle is. Your second cycle means like your ancestors. But, yeah, your second cycle means like your ancestors. It's not really, it's like saying the word cycle. You know what I mean? That's why they, in the third cycle of you, is like you. So it's more, I can't, I'm probably throwing it around.
Like evolution? Different cycles? Like evolution cycles?
Kinda. Pretty much. I'm probably jumping ahead because I just want to just be around I'm tired of talking to people who won't give an answer. Like that's the annoying part as a Gemini. It's just be in silence of ignorance. And that's it. But you'll splat all the garbage. You'll tell me everything from the next rapper. You tell me the next thing from the next hood, from the next shooting, how much these people got, who got the next ass, what food prices are going over here, what wars going over here. Every garbage that will spill out your mouth, you're ready to tell me for the fucking. And it's like, it's crazy. You rather take out reciprocated garbage and then throw it out, not even know what it is. Oh, because I got it on the internet, because I watched it on TV, or because this is going around my life. Tell me what it is. So then we can tell you right, wrong, boom, not right. And then you realize it's not right, and you be like, all right, these people are saying something. What are they really mainly saying? We gods and goddesses. And then from there, that's the main point. You're in the matrix. That you go break out this ideology believing you're real. That's the only lie in this damn universe, because that's the biggest part of the system to make it hard for you. You have to know it's real. You have to believe it's real. But it's not. It's even scientifically proven if you do the fucking research. And in your Bibles.
You gotta read between the lines, though.
Who was God and Jesus taking? He's supposed to take your soul, right? What the hell is that? That's you. But you're already here. But it's
right?
Like,
why did they take the soul, not the fucking avatar?
So the system is just taking your part of the race and say, hey, you're up. You're like, damn. So now you tap out and leave your avatar here.
Because you wasn't tapped in.
But the problem is the person who grabbed you in the system now throws you into the worst system. Because now you got to try to break out that system. Because the only one who has the key, even when you're in that system, is you. But now it's a really mental lock where you don't even know what the fuck real willpower is. Do you know how amazing it is to be able to do everything that you want to do, right? But yet your body is really supposed to be, that's in control? You have no fucking will over your body, but yet you're controlling it. This vessel eats, digests, does everything on its own, finds out for moods, self-diagnose, does everything on its own, your body, and then you just do nothing but just give it garbage, except feed the fucking brain.
And then, you guys don't even be aware of
it. Like, come on.
You guys have to be aware of all the negative patterns you have. When you're more aware of the negative shit you're throwing out, you're more aware that you can stop throwing them out. Then you can choose to throw out positive ones if you want to. You can keep throwing out the negative ones. But just know your life will always be negative, or you will always be around negativity and negative people, because that's the energy you feel like you need to throw out.
Your body gonna give out on you if you don't take care of your body. If you don't take care of your mind, you're not gonna break out of this prison. That's the third dimension. And
if you don't believe your spirit is you.
Yeah. And if you don't believe your spirit is you will lose your free will. And now you no longer say, hey, it's only me in this consciousness part of whatever character you want to build and the body. Let any entity, any demon, anything around just come inside me. It's free game. And that's what happens. And then now
that's why when
we can't do that.
What he just said, analogy is like let any energy come inside me. It's like when girls or guys be hoes and they let any energy come inside them, and then they literally come inside them and create an energy they didn't really want or they didn't expect, because it could be a lot of negative frequency attached to it. You guys don't know how energy works. Once you learn how energy works, then you will understand how to maneuver in your life easier. Your life won't be so hard. Cause y'all up saying my life hard. Your life only hard because you're saying it's hard, dummy. Like, dang. Stop saying it's hard. Say it's easy.
Every problem you have, especially when it's financial, if anything financial, I don't give a damn what it is. It's off rip your problem. Because you believe that FRN should be in charge.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. Yeah. See? That's the thing y'all don't get.
Point blank.
Financial problems, off rip your fault.
There is no thing as a financial problem.
No.
There's no such thing as that.
I can prove it in every category. There's no such thing as a religious problem. I can prove that in every category. The only problem is that religion is based off of these fucking cults. Yeah. And the churches. Because your religion should be you. Yeah. What you believe in and solely believe in as the uniqueness of you is what you stand for. I stand for Thoth and all the people who believe that this land should be free.
What do you believe is true to you?
But I believe individually I have a different goal. Mm-hmm. No matter what. And that's my religion.
Exactly. And you got to work hard towards... That's the thing. You have to work hard. Doesn't mean your work is hard.
Like, come on.
It's just that you're working hard. What was I going to go with that? Doesn't matter. End of the day, you choose your life how you want it to go. How you want it to flow. You choose... A friend, you said?
No, I was gonna say like financial problem. Like I said, that's done. Someone been on here. I remember talking. And see, I love doing this, but
we need more people. I was like, I know it's not live, but it's like still.
It'll get some people. I promise you.
Oh, I know that.
The Matrix is all garbage anyway, but it will collectively grow because it has to grow for us to be to the next level.
And it has to, period. And if you're not evolving with the earth, you're not going to be here to watch this live interact.
Exactly, because now the real buffer is out. Like, now it's straight goods, people, spiritual, everything else. Look, Lil Jon came out with an album. I didn't even see it. I tell you this. What? Came out with an album today. Lil Jon is someone else. You know Lil Jon. That man's been nothing but just a comedic, okay, tongue out, everything else. Whole thing was a meditation album. Little John. You would never expect Little John. Talk about some goddamn meditation. That's how you know this shit's for real.
It don't matter how you look
that
like.
That frequency's here, yo. Like, you can't... They throw as much garbage they want, the next Drake and everything else. Look how many songs Drake's had and everything else. And he's still... I don't think he's even still top 5 Grammys.
And that's the funny thing about it, because how I referenced him earlier, he had this song, Started from the Bottom, Now We're Here. Mm-hmm. It's like he's speaking nice, positive words. Like, started from the bottom, but now we up here, we leveled up. But y'all taking it and turning it, transmuting his energy into negative frequency. Y'all drinking while listening to this. Y'all smoking while listening to this. Y'all acting wild while listening to this.
You have to start from the bottom. So what does that mean? Because the theory is you got to start from the bottom, like I said, the third dimension up. Because you fought your way from the higher dimension to get here. Right? So after you got this position, now from the third dimension to go up, started from the bottom, you guys rather start at a lower level. Off rip, you're thinking a lower level of yourself. So you're thinking, I gotta start from the hood. Cause that's a lower of standard to what it has to be done. Any standard it is, you gotta throw underneath. So if I have a beautiful house, beautiful everything else, woman, okay, I gotta be a hood nigga, do this, be part, got guns, sleep with all these people, everything else. Or be a woman who, have multiple baby daddies, don't love themselves. The whole vice versa, fighting, pill popping, and things, so shaking ass at the club. Anything else that's a low frequency of yourself, you already gotta say I'm at the bottom. Started from the bottom, and now we're here. He didn't even say he went up. He just said started from the bottom, now we're here.
You can still be at the bottom.
You hear how he said?
It's the other side.
But because the beat makes it seem like started from the bottom, now we're here. You don't understand. Started from the bottom, now we're here. That means we up, right? Who the fuck said we went up in the song? He just said we started from the bottom and now we're here. We started from the bottom, now we're here. Look at us.
Exactly. And that's funny because it's true. Where are you?
Yeah.
How do you transmute this here? Where is your here?
And
are you still at the bottom or are you up there?
Exactly. And y'all just stay down there.
Down at the bottom.
Because you guys think the bottom has to be like the way the song is, like, oh, we a hood nigga, but we gonna make it out somehow. We're gonna blossom. We're gonna blossom and become great. And then there's no way you become great because how could you blossom from being on the bottom, what Drake said? And he's saying that we're here. He didn't say that we're up. But see, that's part of programming. You have to fit in, like, it's like missing blanks. That's why they do that shit in school. Put in words in certain, like, sentences, which one should it be? They do all this stuff to make your brain, on purpose, make up the excuses because they can't keep up with all the lies.
That's one of the programmings humans have, assumption.
Yeah, they can't keep up with all the lies.
Because it's going to feel different to everyone. It's not going to be the same ending. It might be a lot of similar endings, but not going to be the same ending.
If we all look at something at the same time, I guarantee we'll all find the truth from that. That's it. That'd be the only solidified thing. But we don't look at everything at the same time. Everyone's looking at something else. Because we all look at something in one direction, everything else around us is gone.
That's why everything is always half truth, unless everyone involved in that energy says their perspective on that truth. But how are we supposed to know that's the truth? That could be that's their opinion of the truth. We don't really know what really went on, even if everyone says that's what went on. We don't really know. We weren't there to witness that. We won't know. It's very, very wild. Yeah.
That's the only thing they don't want to teach in school, because that's the real school. The real school is to find out ways to know how this is the matrix. And how do we manipulate it. Because we had to know what's in water. Oh, that's oxygen.
How you know that, though?
You know, like, the only way you would know that because you went to school, but without that, even that prison school, because they had to tell you some of the truth, but not the full truth. So, if you remove the prison school, the only way you will learn in this school is the fucking playground. And the playing ground, which we're on, is Earth. That's the birthright. You come the fuck out and you're supposed to just know and feel out the Earth. Oh, that's a crocodile. They seen evil. Oh, you know, like, it's kind of like, and then grow up with tribes because we know each other's species. This whole, oh, I'm a Puerto Rican, that's just culture and shit that got added later on from conquers. Or from traditions that people agreed upon and then named it this, and then later on had different names that got changed. Whether it be, like I said, through conquer or through, just different things that came from fourth dimension. It's like saying Thoth, that's not his only name, though. You know? He had like 5 other names. It's like saying that. So you gotta do that, come down again, in a sense, and then try to pull up the same kind of resume, but tweak it a little bit, your little change story, or just stay in ignorancy and not listen to us and then have no story at all because you have no identity. I don't know who you are. You don't even know who you are.
You don't know who you are. You don't know who your parents are. You don't know who your friends are. You don't know nothing.
No.
You know nothing about the energies around you because not everybody's 100% truthful. People hide things all the time, even if it's just small things.
All you have to do, like I said, is just find out what are the lies. What are people saying? But no one wants to look into that because the biggest one is distractions and trauma. Your shadow work, 100%. And that's why that shadow work thing's there. Because you're always going to have a shadow work. But it's easier when you know you have a shadow work than not know you have a shadow work. If you don't know you don't have a shadow work, nothing you do will ever go fucking right. If you know you have shadow work, you know the problem that whatever you come around is going to be done. No matter what, because you know you got to work on.
And I want to ask you that question.
Point blank.
I know clearly some of y'all like, ew, why the fuck you spitting?
Spit that negativity.
Exactly. I spit up negativity, but guys, like, really think about it, okay? If we eat all these contaminated foods, right? We don't know what happens on the cellular plane. Our cells, we don't know. What if our spit is just more negativity being produced through Because that's the plan. They have a plan for everything. We don't know how things work. So this is how I think. This is my opinion. I believe when I spit out this spit, I don't swallow it, I believe it's negative energy leaving my body. Now, what I wanted to ask you guys, how many times do you swallow without realizing you're swallowing? When you realize you're swallowing, try to stop swallowing for the whole day. I bet you your throat is going to be on fire trying to strain itself from not swallowing, because I've tried it before and it's real tough.
Even now, you still can't technically.
You're involuntary. You always have, even when you're sleeping, you're swallowing. You're involuntary. Your body always going to move.
Yeah,
you're not in charge of your body. You're just in your body.
That's the point I'm trying to tell you guys.
Yes.
Like, you guys, like she said, like, you guys don't get it. Like, you think you're in charge of your body? No, you're in charge of decisions for your body. Your body does everything on this goddamn own.
Your body's helping you get to where you want to go.
You don't even know what hunger is.
Nope.
Until you find out from your body to let you know, hey, you want to use this vessel. Hey, remember, observer, you want to pick this vessel, you got to find it food.
And not even.
The ego way, but let the ego know to try to do it naturally without having to be too much interference. I keep trying to tell you guys. Your higher path is always steering the right way, but you guys as the ego have to follow that path. That's why, but the problem is when you come into this world, there's so many fucking options. They throw options to you every second.
Since you're a baby.
Even now, every second.
Because honestly, yeah, we're supposed to drink some milk from our mothers. Our mothers, not from cows.
Nope.
But after that, who says we need food? Drinking your mother's milk until she has no more milk gives you all the vitamins and nutrients you need and intelligence you need. So who's to say you need food until someone says you need food or you're starved? Your brain won't think you will starve if no one says you need it to survive.
Because what would happen is you would just really, as a baby, go everywhere, kind of picked up somewhere, and there'd be food right there. Because the way how nature works, it has to take care of you in a way for you to understand and grow to it.
That was a terrible shot.
You know, that's what humans are. You pick the human. You ain't pick no fucking ant.
You didn't pick a frog.
So it's like, that's the problem. Like, if you guys don't understand that, how can you think you're not gonna be higher you?
You guys gotta set boundaries and stick to them.
Absolutely.
Because you're not gonna get nowhere in life if you keep letting people go over to your castle and destroy your shit. You gotta put your guards up. Guard your heart, because that's where they attack first. So they can fuck with your mind, because your heart and your mind are connected. So how you feel about something, how does that make you feel? How does it make you think about things? Your mind creates your reality. I'm always gonna say that, because that's the 100% truth. Truthfully, that's the truth.
Y'all haven't got that.
Of every reality.
You guys haven't got that feeling yet of breaking from the program.
Take some shrooms.
Yeah, when you go against your belief and your ignorancy, so like if you believe in
if you believe a mushroom as a drug, try it for yourself. See if it's a drug.
Do the research.
Yeah.
Talk to people who actually did the shit and see how they act. Watch someone do it. You know,
and see how it makes them feel.
Because. That's what I'm saying. So that's what shroom like.
And yes, everyone has different trips, good trips, bad trips, but that's just all mental. Whatever the heck is on in your subconscious.
That's the point. You're supposed to watch enough to get enough evidence, and then decide for yourself
if you want to experience it. Because you don't have to.
You don't. But the problem is, it's like, don't let someone subjugate you to say it's bad and it's okay.
And you just agree, like.
And that's what we do. We just agree.
Since we're kids, okay, yeah, I'm grown up saying that. They're right then. No, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know you. They don't know your body. Everyone's body's different. We all have unique abilities.
The more and more you know as a god, is the more you upgrade your intellect. You have to do research. You have to look around. And you be like, where do I look? I'll tell you places where to look. You know, I'm not going to say in this video because it's like, I want y'all to be engaged. Because what's the point? That whole bullshit of me even, there ain't no money to this. You know, like we want the land, but we trying to get the perfect run too. And I know one way to get back to the perfect run is the people who are part of the cleanup crew. We have to come together and come ready for this golden age. And the way to do that is that you have to work on your body, mind, spirit.
Your
and
childhood trauma.
And it's never too late. Like,
Ever.
that's the problem. You guys think everything's too late. You guys have mad time. Really.
And a lot of your problems stem from your parents.
You just have to cut them off immediately.
Yes. Y'all just scared to cut people
Hell
off.
yeah. But
time doesn't exist.
But the world is forcing you to. You have to. The world right now, they talking about there's war everywhere else. It's randomly snowing and everything. The world's ending that we know it, people. Not the world ending, but the world that we know it is ending. We keep hearing this and no one really cares to understand it because
it's the end of the world. It's the end of this consciousness.
It's the end of the cycle. We need the next cycle so that we get to the next run.
And if you don't shift your consciousness, you're not going to upgrade with the people who shifted their consciousness to the golden age.
And you know what's crazy? I probably only found out this stuff from like my grandma's. Now when I'm thinking about it, like I tell you that computer I used to be on.
Mm-hmm.
The one before she gave it to my house, it was one of her plays, and I remember going in it, and it was like, you know, playing card games and everything else, and I remember reading and seeing shit, and it was talking about Matrix and everything else, and I was into it, looking at it, and I was like, but I didn't understand as a kid. You know, but even like like you know, like cause some even like games and something like that, or like there'll be CD discs. Like my grandma, she'll have one where I have like mad shit on it in one CD, and it'll be random stuff. Like the next thing, and I'll go in it, and I'm just it'll be pouring me anything.
Facts.
But I go in it, and all I see is just like things about the Matrix. I'm like, what the fuck, as a kid. But I remember it going like black in my head, but not going to a point where blacking out. And what I'm trying to tell you is there's signs, people. And that was because during that time, I had to be waking up. Because 96, that's like that was the root of getting niggas to be back niggas, really, right? Shit was getting popping out there. Niggas was shooting each other. Wild stuff is happening now. But that's also Brennan. But they didn't tell you that that's what the media says. Because also in the 90s, we hear all the time that everybody was cool with each other. And they had problems, they fist fight. So who's really telling the truth? Tupac and all these other niggas that's the entertainment from the FTC and all these people that want us to see shit? Or the people that you grew up with or who was older than you and they said, yeah, we don't want to shoot each other and shit like that? See what I mean? Who's telling the truth?
You'll never know.
You'll never know. So as a kid, you just grow up that way. And you guys are still that same kid. But you guys did not want to answer the same question. You did not want to ask yourself, why are you afraid of things? One, what are you afraid of? And two, why are you have to say, I don't care about that, but not see what that's about? Why does that not affect you? Why does that tell you something in your gut? I don't care about that. Is it based off of ignorancy because you feel as though you're lacking in? Off rip, anything you lack, they starting to say, is off rip part of the matrix to make you feel less than the God. So I'm telling you could do anything.
Like hold your desires to do something impulsively. And I'm going to give you an example. When you're eating and you want to eat more, you don't have to eat more. Just because you want to, I mean you need to.
Gluttony. I be in that though. I feel you. The body always gonna want more energy to do shit because we getting hit by mad chemicals and everything.
Especially when you're eating the chemical foods, you want to eat more chemical foods.
But us as the consciousness or your ego, or the observer, you have to be responsible. You have to tell this ego to learn no.
No means no.
And to learn this way.
Gotta wait.
You have to help guide it. But see, the thing is, like, your higher self is always talking to you. It's always there. It's just, this is what it's me.
Are you listening?
I'm talking to the observer what it has to do because the observer seeing this is knowing that it's watching the right video. You see, that's the point. Because I'm talking to your observer to let you know as the ego, okay, this is the right channel that we're on. That we're watching, that this is what happened in time. Will my ego listen to this fucking crazy guy that's on the internet? Or will he just think of it as a distraction? Let's see. And that's what happens. They sit back like, Laughing every fucking distraction nonsense that comes on later on. Like, yo, what? I don't know. I keep trying this ego. It's not trying to do what it has to do. It keeps worrying about other BS without even doing the research to see why you're upset. I'm mad because I'm mad.
You're mad because you're saying you're mad and you're embodying that energy of mad.
You're also mad because you got fucking hormone imbalances. See? Your body. Told you. If you do any one of them is whack out, something will be fucking up. Your spirit's probably bad because you really know why it's spiritually. You already know why mentally why it's bad. All that's left is really the body. But y'all got, no one works in any of the trio. But y'all expect to have a perfect balance, eternity of life. And who's to say if you fat, you're not gonna be fat in heaven again? How about that? Who's to say you not? Oh, God gonna give you a perfect body after that, and everyone's
so mad.
Who's to say no? Who's to say no?
You are to say no. You're like, no, I don't want this fucking body. Give me something else. And I'm like, well, no.
This is what you asked for, right?
You say you wanted to be happy. You're happier when you're fat.
Yeah. And God's supposed to love you for you, right? So if you a horrible piece of shit or you a slap,
you can have a nice ass body and be a nasty ass energy inside.
So what does that mean? You're really a nasty whore. And that's it. You're not just, I want people to love me. No.
And you don't have to be a whore like in Sleep With Other, but you could be a nasty ass person just talking nasty to people, like wishing someone bad for no reason because they're happy.
This will never only apply to you if you know you're not that.
Exactly.
If you didn't really truly know you're not that. If you were that, that's not you no more.
Exactly.
That. Stop feeling the guilt and shame of nonsense that has nothing to do with you as of now I'm talking to. But if this is you now as the ego, then you need to change that shit.
If you feel triggered by the words, then that's you are embodying that word.
When you change, you finally see the fucking course that your observer's trying to show you. Like, finally this nigga gets it. Oh yeah, finally he's walking the line. Yeah, go ahead. Now you walking the line. Now you're like, oh, life is way better. What? But yeah, we've been trying to tell you this.
A lot of your problems start from childhood, so you really have to do your childhood work, guys. Like, I don't know how many times you gotta keep saying, do your shadow work, do your shadow work. That's all it is healing your child heart. Mm-hmm. That's it. Because your child heart is still in you. Like, it ain't going nowhere. It's been attached to you since you were born. Unless you had a heart transplant, now you have somebody else's feelings mixed with your thoughts. So that's, I don't know how that works, but yeah, guys, peace and light, because I'm done talking to y'all for now. Any last words?
I already told you. You like Raw Hayes? When Raw Hayes hears, man, to the land, bro. We here.
To the land.
We here.
To the matriarchy.
To the matriarch. Rare Bird, everybody else. Beadle, all the love to people in the land. And like I said, my main goal as a Gemini is not only for the perfect run, but as for going for the perfect run, is to help the people in the land first. Cause you my people, we all the people.
Whether you want to be or not.
Want to be or not. You don't, then you can bounce, obviously. But the people, we the people. And then I'm going to help the other countries. Because we got to help us first, yo. That's the whole politics shit. That's the realest thing. We got to help our own self. Everything's flipping as it is, but damn these central banks. Say no. How the fuck they come back? We said bye-bye in England when we fucking did that 1776 Revolutionary War. I thought they said bye taxes, bye England, yet we're using English money, and yet we're doing more taxes. Enough's enough. They how the fuck they come back?
And what was the point of the war then if we're still getting taxed?
And it wasn't even our fucking war. It was these two assholes fighting each other.
We get taxed for living. We get taxed for breathing. We get taxed for
eating.
But
we come to help, and they just keep using us collateral damage. No more. The people is not taking that shit.
And shout out to all the people who are doing right and trying to help the next people. Exactly. Even though people might think you're sounding harsh towards them, oh well. Fuck their feelings. Because they'll figure it out and they're going to realize, fuck my feelings. Literally. Bye, guys.